to do a pretty thorough kindling of the first 4 chapters of Getting What You Came For. And I know I had shared it with Henry, and I think this kind of set me on a roller coaster for the week, because I remember I tried reading this book in the past, but it made me a little too anxious. And I kind of just like stopped reading it. But this time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do kindling. And I got that same overwhelming, like anxious feeling. And I started like doubting myself. I know Henry saw some of my like comments where I was just like, oh man, like if I'm gonna plan to start my PhD at 26, I might get out at like 34. Like, how am I gonna have kids? How am I gonna get a girlfriend or even a wife? Because I always hear so many difficult things about PhDs. So I think there's a theme of, or at least in my kindling document, it started getting pretty pessimistic. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna lean toward this. I like started getting more discouraged. But then the next day, I highlight. I'm like, after a couple of days of like staying away from that and just like absorbing it all, I'm like, okay, no, I still want to do it, but I gotta recognize and like that thought comes up often, and I don't know, I don't want fear to deter me from something that I want to do. But I noticed that, and I think it's important to pay attention to that. And also, I think because I was getting overwhelmed with like, oh, I got to get some research in and this, but I've been looking a lot online and just on the UC Davis website for a bunch of like resources and undergraduate scholar like research programs. And I know that you could do an undergraduate thesis when you graduate. So I'm like trying to set myself up for that. Yeah. And I've been like reading all the research that they offer now, and just like all the requirements and stuff that they expect the students to know. So I've kind of been making like, this quarter I want to take advantage of it, but there's so many things I have to do. Although I was taking this math class, but it's kind of, I think I learned a lot of it from the intro to abstract math. So I don't know if I'm going to continue with it, because it's kind of just a review for me. But I know that just from reading what I needed for the research, I need to get my Python skills up, and I need to learn probably some LaTeX. So I'm thinking maybe I want to switch over, put some more attention to that. But also, I do want to get my time more focused into scholarship writing. So yeah, and then there's just so many resources in the UC Davis website, but you really got to spend like time going through like a bunch of different things. So there's a lot of potential out there. There's a lot of pitfalls, but just take a day at a time. And I just don't want to make brash decisions one day. Like, I know if I get like some anxiety about like going to my PhD, like give me myself a couple of days to think about it, and then hopefully I'll like not let the anxiety overwhelm me at the moment. But yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good, optimistic.
Can I make some comments on that, or Steve, maybe Henry, you had something you wanted? Can I respond to that?
Yeah.